Hi everyone, Paul Akers. So I get a lot of questions on how to write a book, or how did I write my books? Because, I'm a C&D student and I've written 2 books now that are wildly popular, sold tens of thousands of copies. And so I'm going to take 5 minutes when I'm driving my car here, my hot sports car, and tell you exactly what the mechanics are of how to write a book. And hopefully I'll do it faster than 5 minutes. So here we go. Number 1, you want to have passion in any book that you write, and the best way to do that is to tell a story. If you read my book 2 Second Lean, or you read my book Lean Health, you'll find out that it's really just a story. I told the story of how I built a lean culture. I told the story of how I developed exceptional health in lean health. So number 1, you can write a technical book. There's nothing wrong with technical books, but technical books are generally not compelling books. So I would encourage you to write a story. As they say, stories are sticky. If you tell a story, people are going to remember it. So the first thing I do is I create an outline of the book I want to write. I generally say, what are the concepts that I want to tell? I open my app, Evernote, or an email, whatever you want, and put chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, a quick outline. Believe it or not, when I wrote Lean Health, I wrote the first 12 chapter outlines in just 5 minutes. It just took a second because I knew exactly what I wanted to say. So first, step 1, write an outline. Step 2, open your audio memo app on your iPhone, or download one on your Android. I always tell people I feel sorry for if you have an Android, but they're okay. iPhones kill. So open the audio memo file and then go for a walk and tell the story. Just speak the story into the audio memo app. Make it 5 to 10 minutes. That's generally about the length that I speak when I do a chapter. And I basically just tell the story and talk about what I want to tell people. Then I take that memo file and I upload it to a service called Scribe for You. And for $10, $5, or whatever it is, they type that entire thing up for me and send it back to me in about a day. Then what I do then is I edit that and see how illogical or logical my concepts sound and perfect those and make them better. Then I take that and I find someone who is an editor, so to speak, and I send them that and I let them read through it and kind of tweak it and make it sound a little better for the areas that maybe my grammar's not so great or my spelling's not so great, because remember, I'm a C&D student. I'm not particularly good at those things. In lieu of a professional editor, you can just find a couple people or one person who loves to read and understands the mechanics of what a book should sound like, and let them do it. Pay them a few bucks, say, hey, Lori, in my case, I sent it to my wife and Lori, my assistant, and they went through chapter by chapter. I did everything one piece flow. It's another very important. Don't do this gigantic batch work. Just do one chapter at a time. Could you read through this and give me your feedback on it and actually change and correct it? Now, the biggest mistake I ever made was when I let editors send me back redline copies. So this is, you make this change, and I made this change, and I recommend maybe saying it like this, like this, like this. I was just like, oh my gosh, I could never get through all that garbage. It was ridiculous. It added so much over processing. I said, look, if you see something in there that you don't think is worded correctly, change it. I don't even want to know about it. Then they would send it back to me and I'd read it and I'd know whether or not it sounded correct or not, and I could make another change based on that. But to go through all that red line stuff, it's ridiculous amounts of over processing. That's how I wrote Lean Health in 8 weeks, because the editor, the first chapter he sent back to me, he said, well, these are all, I looked at it, are you kidding? I'll never get through this. Just make the changes. He made the changes. I read it. I said, yeah, it sounds exactly like what I want it to sound like. Done. Next chapter. So then, once I've got that done, I just go from chapter to chapter. I just stack chapter on chapter. It usually took me 2 or 3 days to write one single chapter, and I think Lean Health has 21 chapters. I blew through that book in 8 weeks. It was amazing, the speed at which I did that. So those are the mechanics of writing a book. Tell a story. Use an audio memo to tell that story. Let an editor take a look at that, review the work that you've done, then you review it, and that's it. Don't do batch work. One piece flow, and you will write a book so quickly you will not know it hit you. And then you're off to the races. And one last thing. If you're really smart, in my humble opinion, and this is always my humble opinion, you will create an audiobook for your book. Now, most authors don't do this. I have no idea why. Maybe they don't know how to do it. Now, the way I did it was I hired a guy named Greg Otterholtz from Hook and Pan Production. Small guy, works out of his home, audio technician, knows video really well. I went into his studio in 2 days, recorded both books, 2 days respectively for each book. And the way I did that was one-piece flow again. You must record one chapter at a time and make it perfect. All the edits, everything done, and then go to the next chapter. In my case, I broke it down even more. I only did one paragraph at a time. I literally would read a paragraph, and then Greg would edit it right there. I'd wait for him. I'd be waiting, the waste of waiting. But the advantage to that is Greg could hear all the mistakes I was making, and every time I read the next paragraph, it was that much better because I was correcting my mistakes as I was going instead of producing a batch of defects. Such a critical component. And that's how I recorded the audiobook. It was relatively inexpensive because I didn't go to a technical high-end studio to get it all done like most people do. I got it done much more efficiently, and if you listen to my audiobooks, I think they're incredible. At least most people tell me they love them. Sometimes I get a email every 10 minutes from someone around the world thanking me for the books that I've written because it's made such a big impact. And oftentimes, I was listening to your audiobook, I've listened to it 8 times, I've memorized everything. I love all the off-script stuff you do because you see, I'm not about being polished. If you write a book and you want to be perfect, I feel sorry for you. There's nothing perfect about anything I do. There's nothing perfect about any of my books, but they are compelling. And if you write a compelling book because it comes from your heart, because you really, really, really want to make a difference in other people's lives, you'll probably have something very important to say that people are going to love. There you go. That's how you write a book, and that's how I wrote my books. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Hey, and one other thing. There's nothing like hearing a hot car, right? Write a hot book. It's the same feeling.